Hello friends, it's Sujit Vag. You are watching WikiNote channel. Today in this video we are going to learn about the concept of pin connect block or module of LPC2148. So let's start. So my dear friends, this pin connect block module is present in your LPC2148, and LPC2148 is ARM7 architecture based microcontroller. So just I will write here LPC2148 and it is based on ARM7 architecture. LPC2148 has, please watch my that video. In that I have explained about GPIO module. So LPC2148 in total has 64 pins and it has two ports. The ports are, first port is port 0 and second port is port 1. Just I am quickly revising this part. In the port 0 you can have the pins from P0.0 to P0.15. I am just making a group of 16 pins. Then we do have P0.16 to P0.31. So these are the 32 pins which are available with port 0. Similarly, the next 32 pins are available with port 1 and it ranges from P1.0 to P1.15, and the next 16 pins are from P1.16 to P1.31. So my dear friends, here in this case, this 32 pins belongs to port 1. So we have to discuss about pin connect block and what is the function of this pin connect block. This block is very interesting block and we are going to study about the pin connect block. See, pin connect block is the module which allows the LPC2148 pins to select a particular function. See, I am drawing this as a pin connect block in the short form. LPC2148 pin can perform 4 different multiple functions. So just I am drawing it here, and out of that you have to select a particular function. Suppose I have written it as px.0. So this x can be 0 or 1, and this 0, suppose I am writing it as px.y. This x can be 0 or 1 because we do have two ports with us, port 0 and port 1, and this y can vary from 0 to 31. 0 to 31 because we have 32 pins with us with each port. So pin connect block, what is the function of this pin connect block? Px.y, that means pin of LPC2148 can perform 4 different functions. Either that can be used as a GPIO, it can perform a particular function. I will write it as a first alternate function. Then it can also perform a second alternate function, or it can be used as a reserved, or it can also perform third alternate function. So see my dear friends, every single pin of LPC2148 can perform 4 different functions. By default they can be used as GPIO, so this is by default, or they can configure as to perform a particular function, either first alternate, second or third alternate function. So now in order to select one function out of these 4 functions available, we do require 2 select lines with us. So there are 2 select lines which are connected with pin connect block. Depending upon the status of this S1 and S0 select lines, you can select a particular function. So suppose the bits are 0, 0, that means this px.y can be used as a GPIO pin. If the function is 0, 1, then it will be used as your pin can perform first alternate function. I will write it in short, first AF. Then 1, 0, then it can perform second alternate function. And if it is 1, 1, then either it can be keep as reserved or it can perform third alternate function. So that is the use of these two select bits. Now who is going to provide me these two select bits? And that function can be done using the registers which are associated with this pin connect block. There are three registers which are associated with pin connect block, and which are those registers? The first register is pin select 0 register, next one is pin select 1 register, and the next register is pin select 2 register. Then what is use of this pin select 0, 1, 2 that we are going to study now? See here my dear friends, as to select the function of single pin we require two select bits. These select bits will be provided using this pin select register. So if the bits are 0 0, then that pin can be used as GPIO 0 1 first alternate function, 1 0 second, and third 1 1 reserved or third alternate function. So this pin select 0 can configure the functions of 16 pins. All these three registers are 32-bit in size. Every single register is 32-bit in size. So I can write here 32-bit value here, over here. So 4 times 0, then again 4 times 0, 4 times 0, 4 times 0, again 4 times 0. Now see my dear friends, this pin select 0 belongs to the P0.0 to P0.15. It will again configure the functions of these 16 pins only. Then the question comes into the mind, why? Because see, as we require two select lines, so these two select bits will look after the pin P0.0. Next two bits will look after the pin P0.1. Next two will look after P0.2. Next two bits will look after P0.3. Next two bits will look after 4. Next two bits will look after pin 5. Next 6. Next two bits 7. Next two bits will look after pin number 8. Next two pin number 9. Likewise. So with the help of a single 32-bit register, I can configure the functions of 16 pins only. So this pin select 0 register can configure the functions of pins from P0.0 to P0.15. Next, pin select 1 register is useful for configuring the functions of pins from P0.16 to P0.31. So in the same fashion you have to do, but here if I am starting with 4 times 0, then this pin starts with next pin, that is pin number P0.16. This will be 17, and likewise you can write down 32 bits here and you will come about P0.31. And why pin select 2? Now here the twist comes. I have explained this part in the GPIO module. We cannot use P1.0 to P1.15 as GPIO pins. So obviously there is no register which will configure the functions of P1.0 to P1.15. Mostly these pins are used for the special purpose operations such as VCC, ground, crystal oscillator connections. So I do have registers which can configure the functions of P1.16 to P1.31, but no register which will look after the functions of P1.0 to P1.15. So here again 4 times 0, 4 times 0, I can write this in group of 4 bits, and you have to write it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 4 times 0. Now see my dear friends, these 2 bits belongs to P1.16 pin. Next P1.17. This to 18. Then 19. Then 20. Then 21. Likewise we can go till 31. So 2 bits which are required for this pin connect block acts as a 2 select lines in order to select the function of a particular pin out of 4 available functions. So my dear friends, I will explain this part with the help of an example. Suppose I am using P0. I have to use pin P0.0 as the transmission pin TXD0. So see here, your P0.0 pin, that means this pin belongs to port 0 and its pin number 0, and it can perform, as discussed, it can perform 4 different functions. Either it can be used as a GPIO, that is by default function. Next, it can perform first alternate function, that is transmission pin of UART0 module. Then it can be used as a PWM output channel 1, or it can be kept as reserved. So my task is I have to configure that pin as TXD0. So that depends upon this pin connect block, and pin connect block has 2 select lines, S1 and S0. So as discussed, we have seen that table earlier that 00 means you have to select the function of that pin as GPIO. 01, that means first alternate function, 10 second alternate, and 11 reserved. So here TX0 means first alternate function, and the status of this bits will be 01. Now which register I have to use now? See, as discussed earlier, for pins from P0.0 to P0.15, I have to look for pin select 0 register, and as this 2 bits belongs to the P0.0 pins, then I have to alter the status of these 2 bits only. So now I will do that. So what will be the value that should be loaded in pin select register? So pin select register, that is pin select 0, is equal to 0, 4 times 0, 4 times 0, now I am going to alter only these 2 bits, and these 2 bits can be 01. So just make change over here as 01. So if I am writing it as 01, then this hexadecimal value will be, write it as 0x, and this group of 4 bits as 0, this group of 4 bits 0, next 4 group 0, next 4 bits 0, next 4 bit 0, next 4 bits 0, next 4 bits 0, and 0001, that means this is hexadecimal value 1. So you have to write this value into the pin select 0 register, and the meaning of this value is you have configured the pin P0.0 as GPI as TXD0. That means now P0.0 pin will perform the function of transmission data line for UART0 module. Similarly, if you have to select for PWM1, you have to make appropriate changes as 10, and that value will be nothing but 2. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more such videos. Please like and share this video with your friends. Also refer my website wikinote.org. Follow us on our Facebook page WikiNote Foundation. The links for the same are provided in the description box below.